I see you. Don't be shy. Oh, that's a bright flame. Hello, two of you. I probably won't be going live tomorrow night, Friday night live. Everything's going good, Giggles. I think I'm not gonna go live tomorrow because my daughter's inviting me over to her house for my birthday. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll schedule my live tonight. And I never did write a message to anybody in the posts, but haha, you discovered me. You found me. I was hoping that could play hide and seek and somebody could find me. Thank you so much for sending me, and you are so kind. So let's get a list going. Here's my list. Giggles. If it's just you and me tonight, that would be fine with me. All right, I'm just teasing though. I'll make room for anybody else, but so welcome to the live. Yeah, it's the 16th Sunday. Yep. What's wrong with my pen? Something happened. Something happened to it. Okay. $11.11. Did you like the 11:11 reading? Do you want one of those? Do you want another one of those? We could do that. Oh, your mom's birthday too. Yay. I have a lot of birthday twins. Well, not a lot, but I know my birthday twins. So this girl that I was friends with at work, she was really nice. What's her name again? Maricela. Happy birthday, Maricela. Well, not yet, but almost. And my daughter's boyfriend's daughter. So it's Naira's birthday too. Happy birthday, Naira. And my daughter's one of her school friends, his mom, Edwin's mom's birthday. I've been finding a lot of November 16th people just randomly. I see November 16th. Like 11 pops up, and then the next time I look at the clock, it's 11:16. Always. 11:16 pops up a lot. I wonder what that means. Like, am I supposed to take extra note of this, of my birthday? Yep. I know a few Halloween birthdays too. And I had 2 marriages on Halloween as well. Isn't that weird? And my daughter's boyfriend's sister was married on 11/11 a couple years ago. They already have 2 babies. Time flies so fast. Maybe it was more than a couple. It feels like only a couple years ago, but yeah. 23? No, 2022. So 3 years ago. That's not that long. Sometimes it means transformation or growth. Okay. If you see your birthday number. Sounds like what's happening to me all the time. I watched Charmed Intuitions reading today for she just like this is for you. If you see it, this is your reading. And I picked pile number 3 and it was about a transformation of sorts. It was a change, but it wasn't going to be like a drastic change, not like a tower moment, more like a or death or anything, just something gradual that you don't even feel the change too much. But I like that, I guess. As long as it's a good thing and long as it doesn't hurt, that's all good to me. Sounds good to me. All right, giggles. Do you want the timer thingy again? I can go get my iPad and do a little countdown, or we can do whatever you want. We don't have to do that. We can pick up where we left off. When I finished the reading, did you feel like there was something else you wanted to, some part of the reading that you wanted to talk about a little bit more? Like the reading, it comes out. I mean, your reading was so sweet. It was the King of Pentacles, or the King and the Queen and the Page, like the little family, familito. And I just really get this feeling that he wants to be with you. And I don't know why he's dating other people, maybe just to get it out of the way because he's not going to marry any of those people. He just wants to date while he's young and single, I guess. And then when he ready to settle down, he's gonna look towards you, but that's not really fair to you. Like if you're sitting there waiting and you want to date him too, right? The accent. Yeah. Her feelings, Adamara's feelings, because she didn't get to go with me to, and the girls. Okay, yes. Let's find out how Adamaris feels. What other girls were there that? What? Tell me the little scenario again. Adamar, you, but try to be like really brief as much. It's harder for me to understand longer sentences, longer um, paragraphs. All right. I like to ask that information come in from only the highest sources for the good of all of us here tonight. Thank you. May a protective shield be surround us. I don't know, either I started thinking something was supposed to happen with this Halloween and he ended up changing to go with the girl Melissa. All right. Let's focus on Adamaris first. I feel like it'll make sense when it's short, and that's why I've been writing longer, because then it doesn't. All right. I think what happens is there's so much going on. So let's just focus on one part of the story at a time. Let's focus on Adamaris. Tell me exactly what happened with her and the friends. And just like see if you can tell me just that much. Maria's best friend, which is Victoria, and then another friend. And how are they related to Adamaras? Is it like this? Adamaras is Rolanda's daughter, and then there's another girl that's your friend's daughter, and they hang out. Oh, I looked at the clock and it was 12:21. So there's a mirroring energy here, by the way, Giggles. What you feel he feels, and what he feels you feel. Okay. I took out the girls, Victoria and Elizabeth. Victoria is her best friend, and Elizabeth is fairly new friend. Adamaris' friends? They've known each other since elementary. Okay. But Elizabeth is a little bit older and she is deaf. And I know both girls want to learn sign language like you. Oh, okay, cool. So Elizabeth is older and deaf. And Victoria, and they're both grade school friends of Adamaris. Oh, okay, Maria. All right, I'm not saying Maria anymore. And what are you saying yes to? That Elizabeth and Victoria are both grade school friends of Adamaris. And you took them out and Adamaris couldn't join because... Okay. There's a little lag here, sorry, but... Okay, well, let's see what's coming up. What is the question? So, how does Adamaris feel about what happened that evening? It was a Halloween evening. I think she and her dad had planned to take the kids shopping, and he had the day off, like you did. Oh. She did not specify why she couldn't. She just told me she doesn't think she can go. Oh. All right. So you want to know how Adamaris felt. And so what did you do with Elizabeth and Victoria? Where did you take them? Did you take them to the mall? Why didn't y'all just all go in one big group? You, Rolando. Oh, because probably Rolando was with somebody else, right? The Fool. Oh, 4 of Wands. That's your twin flame 1111. So we had the 1111 portal and I came live. And here's an example of how the pillars make the 1111 sign, the 4 of Wands. In this case, it's two women, though. And this could be girlfriends. And I feel at least Victoria and Elizabeth were super happy to have you guide them. And then poor Adamaris was really sad. Well, not sad, because this isn't a sad card, but it's a little bit disappointed, I suppose, leaving behind what she really wanted to do. But not completely sad. Just here, I'll tell you how she felt. You still brought her Starbies and cake and pop treat. Well, that's nice. Okay. Uh so so she's all Target, Chick-fil-A, Park. Oh, okay, for the others, for Elizabeth and Victoria. Gotcha. Nice. Starbucks. So, um, so Anamaris is like, I'm leaving it all behind because there's nothing else for me here. I must go my own way. So she's just kind of feeling like she's not feeling sad about it. She just feels like this is her own thing that she has to do separate from them. And but then the Page of Wands, there's like, oh, I know. I know, I know. And where did Autumn, you don't know where Autumnaris went? Well, I think she went somewhere where there's a boy that she likes. Or there could be conflicting things, like maybe one of, like Elizabeth or Victoria like the same guy that Adamaris likes. Hey, Divine Goddess. And so because there's conflict of interest here, she can't go with them or something like that. But it feels like there's a young man involved. A young man involved in this situation. Not an old man, not Rolando. Oh, Adamaris has a boyfriend? Okay, that must be her boyfriend then. She... I feel like I'm kind of getting this feeling from Adamaris that even though Elizabeth is older, that she feels like she's on a different level than Elizabeth and Victoria. She's not a baby anymore. She's got a boyfriend. She's got, like, she's trying to make her own way. I think, oh my goodness, and she might be on her period or something like that. But there could have been other reasons. I don't know. Something else going on. She's like nervous about something. She, yeah. Something that she's not really, hasn't told you, I don't think. She's keeping a lot of stuff to herself. But I think she has to do that. So Victoria set her up with him. His name is Francisco. Okay, Francisco. Elizabeth is the same age as her brother. Francisco is Addie's boyfriend. And Elizabeth is the same age as Adamaris's brother. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, so she's feeling a little discomfort or bloated or something like that. Nothing too serious. It just... you know, you just don't, sometimes you just don't feel social like the way you normally do. And I feel like she's feeling changes emotionally and with her emotions and her body. And she's just got to get like used to all of this stuff. Puberty. I guess that's what it feels like. Puberty to me. All right. So the Hierophant is here. Oh, and the Ace of Swords. I don't know if that's Dad. And the Hierophant. This, oh, but it could be. It could be because this could be like an expectation. Like we have, when every year we do this, this, and this. So we go here for Halloween, and we next day we go to the church, and the next day we do this, and the next day we take in all our decorations, and in a week we put out our Christmas you know, it's like this tradition stuff. Like there's a time and place for everything, and every year they got to do everything the same way, and it's traditions, the things. I feel like what's happening too is Rolando, you know, probably had a lot of like special things that he did with Adamaris over the years. And she's growing up now, and she's starting to want to do things differently than he wants. But she still wants to please him. So she still does some things, times things with him too. Some things that he wants. But also that he's involved with Melissa makes her feel uncomfortable because she'd rather him be with you. But that in itself makes her feel uncomfortable with you because she prefers you, but at the same time it bothered, like she feels torn, like she doesn't want to be in between you and her dad, so she has to just not say anything. She's got a lot going on in her head. uh but I feel like, you know, she's gonna get clarity. Everybody's gonna get some clarity here. She'll feel better soon. She'll start to see things in a particular way that'll make her feel more at peace. But yeah, I guess she just feels like she's got expectations pulling her in different directions. And mostly what she really wants to do is look, you know, hang out with her boy. All right. So I feel like that answers that question. So what else do you want to ask? Good. I don't think that, I mean, I think that's fine, but yeah. Pretty soon I'm gonna do December already. And I'm gonna be doing for 2026, I'm gonna do a seasons video, first of its kind. Seasons of the Witch. I don't know if it's the first of its kind, but first time I've done it on this channel. I have all the decks, and I'm gonna do a big Seasons of the Witch 2026 reading for everybody. What is Rolando feeling towards you and your connection? True feelings. True feelings. What are his true feelings? Well, let's start off with the tarot. Knight of Pentacles. All right, so one of the big things for him, you said, because I bought him a few gifts, and I don't know if I should give them to him because he's dating someone else, you know? Yeah. Okay. Well, let's find out. Because, like, I think that it could be okay um, if he sees you as part of the family. Like, even though he's dating somebody else, he might still see you as, like, you know, I don't know, cousin, sister, friend, close friend of the family. And so gifts are okay. But, if it's romantic in nature, maybe not so much. The thing about the Knight of Pentacles is, oh, okay, for his birthday, right, Sagittarius. Oh, that would be nice. So look at him, like this is him holding your gift, and I think he would like it very much. The Knight of Pentacles, though, as an action, is so slow, super slow. I listened to a reading today, and it sounds like your situation. Like everything is working fine, but it's just taking a while. And there is a guy here, but he has a lot of lessons he's figuring out, and there could be another person involved in the figuring out of the lessons. And you're living the good life and being happy, and that's all that really matters right now. But eventually, this person is coming to you. So that's what the message was to me, I guess, the pile that I picked. And I feel it's similarly to you. It's like, I feel like eventually Rolando's coming towards you. It's just so slow. And then I feel like he made a stop with Melissa on the way, but I don't know how long that's going to last. Slow and steady wins the race. Okay, well, let's find out. So you're asking what is feelings, and then you're asking how will he like a gift. So let me focus on that question, okay? One question at a time. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so should... Okay, death. There's gonna be a transformation sooner than you think. Oh, and well, probably within Scorpio season, before the 23rd of November, there could be a change in his dating status. So, let's see. So I'm going to turn to the Lenormand and it'll tell me yes, no, okay? Should Giggles... Okay, we're not going to do that. I'm just going to ask a yes, no. Giggles, it's hard for my energy to bounce around like that. I have to follow through with my... It's like I'm sending a message to the spirit and I can't just like retract. It's not like I can push retract message with spirit. I can. But I just want to know for myself. Should you give him the present? Yes or no? So we have the sun, which is yes. We have the bear. I think that's yes. And the child, I think, is yes. That's a good spread, too. That's Rolando. That's his daughter. That's happiness. I feel like it's, yeah, I don't think any harm in it. The bear is also yes, and the child is yes. So you got 3 yeses. I feel like, yes, it's his birthday. You're friend of the family. So yes, you're friend of his daughter. Yes. It may seem a little awkward, but you should just do what you want to do. If you want to give it to him, you should give it to him. Don't worry about it, like do what, like I think you should follow your heart in this. The point is, try not to follow like society rules so much and worry about what people will think of you, and just listen to your heart. Just listen to your heart, okay? All right. So now let's see what are his true feelings. True feelings. I'm going to keep going with this deck. And please let me focus on this. I'm going to try to channel, but I can't channel if you change the question in the middle of the channeling, okay? All right. All right. Okay. One thing that's very important to him is work. And the very first impression I got with the Knight of Pentacles before I got distracted was that he's trying to make enough money for you. He's trying to be worthy of you. He's trying to I don't think he sees himself as like husband material, and with you it would be more than boyfriend material. Like even if he was your boyfriend, I think he'd want to have more money to take you to the nicer places and treat you nice and everything. But I feel like money is big on his mind about um how he really feels about you. Is this takes a little time and work and effort, and he wants to have finances. Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, he doesn't know that you gave him a present yet. So what I'm saying is only tell me what he knows about you right now that would apply to how he feels in return. So I get what you're saying. Like, how does he feel about you now that you've done this, this, and this? And but he knows your character and your personality. He knows you're a generous person. He knows you're a gift giver. He knows you're a a, a warm Empress energy to take care of his daughter. He knows these things about you, okay? These things don't change. Giggles. There's sometimes you're a giver, and he knows that. So how does he feel about you? He's kind of like, he's in his head a lot. He really wants to make something work. So he starts off Knight of Pentacles, like slow and steady wins the race. I just got to build up some money. I'll get, eventually I'll work up the ability to take her out and do stuff for her. But it's going to take a time and transformation on my part, and leveling up for her. And I'm like, it's like all of this in his subconscious that means that he's taking his time. But like this is like what's past, what's just past, or what's happening now. And this is kind of like moving in the next few days to weeks, what's going to happen. And the next thing with him is he is like he's feeling a little bit bolder and stronger and more sure about his choices and taking charge and feeling like he can do this. And those two messages come out all the time. The whole working up the courage thing. I have to be, look, you're saying I want true messages, as if all of these messages that I've given you have not been true, but they have been true. You've gotten this one, like this is what this is, like him working up the courage to ask you out or to do something with you. And I know like maybe things have changed because now he's with Melissa, but I'm not feeling that much different. in him. This comes out all the time. I have to be strong, cautious, temperate, and patient. The bear, he's the bear. He's the daddy bear, and he's got to take care of people, and it takes him a little time. So those are two of the cards that come out a lot, and it feels like it's coming out in a tarot way here as well. So does the fact that he's dating Melissa make any difference in his feelings to you? Not really. I mean, his ultimate goal is you and him and his daughter, like making this family. That's kind of what I'm getting here. His ultimate goal, like, he shouldn't be taking you for granted. That's the wrong thing to do. Like expecting you to just wait there for him, but he thinks that you are, that he can like date people or whatever, and when he's ready, then he can finally go to you, and then you'll accept him or whatever. Well, we can ask like, how does he feel about Melissa? Like, is she his one? Is she the one for him? Does he see her that way? How does he see her? So, okay, she gives him a different vibe. She's just patient and pretty. But he thinks you are too, patient and pretty. Like, I think that's this thing right here. You're his muse, like he's thanking you for your patience. So that's still not answering. How does he feel about Melissa? Does he feel like she is the one? Is she more the one than Giggles? He's determined. Big picture, he's telling you, I will find a way to make this right. We will be together. I have a plan. And Christmas and celebrating. It's time to party. I have a gift for you. Let's share this special day together. It's so funny because you're going to give him a gift. Maybe it's something for you for Christmas. So I don't know. I don't know why, but I barely feel her energy here. Barely. It's almost like she doesn't exist. But you've seen them together, so obviously she exists. I just don't feel let me see if a female card comes out. Any queens? Any queens come out? So, Giggles, what are you, the Queen of Pentacles? No. Queen of Wands? You're right, Divine Goddess. I think what Giggles needs to do is stop being shy. And I just feel like it's more like game playing, like being a kid or a teenager and giving looks, like acting like he's your crush instead of acting like as if he's your man, because he is your man. Like, yeah, and you aren't the one that's supposed to be out in the cold. You're the one supposed to be in his life. But I feel like this could be Melissa. Like she's going to be out in the cold. Maybe he's afraid to put her out in the cold. Maybe he's sad. Maybe he doesn't want to hurt her feelings or reject her. But I think she might be the one that goes out in the cold. Because I feel like you're part of the family. You're not going anywhere. You're the high priestess. You're like the ultimate. You're the one with the secrets, the secret knowledge. You know everything about everybody. And maybe that's Divine Goddess right there helping you along here. Yeah, that's the ego. You're right. The ego is the thing that comes in and plays these silly games, right? So it's important to It's important to follow through with your heart. And it means that you may get rejected sometimes. Also, be aware that you'll if even if you follow through with your heart and you get rejected, it doesn't necessarily mean it's the truth, but it doesn't but also at the same time it's um like, they may not, like, Rolando may not behave the same way you're doing, where you're being authentic. That's the problem. Like, it's fine and good when we're behaving our authentic self, but it bothers us when the person doesn't, when our person doesn't. But we are not here to drive their train, right? To drive their car. Their journey is their own. Our journey is our own. All we can be is responsible for our own actions and our own growth. And if your heart tells you something, you do what your heart tells you, even if he's not responding the way you think he should. And I agree with you. He should respond a certain way, um but that's for him to figure out. And that's why I'm saying it's like a long, slow road. Let me get the I've been telling you, like, every reading, Giggles. Every reading I've been telling you that he sees you in the long picture. I'm not trying to tell you something that you want to hear so you can hang on to him. I'm telling you what I see. Last reading, I had a happy little family of wands. I had the mother, the father, and the daughter. And I didn't make that up. That came out for you. It came out for you. It's like you're not wanting to see the truth because you don't believe it or something. It sounds like you just don't believe it. And I know, like, your eyes are deceiving you the way he's behaving, but you can't judge everything just on what you see on the outside, right? I mean, there's some stuff going on in his head that you don't know what's going on. And remember, I was telling you to watch, like, Bridgerton or one of those romance novel shows. It really lays out exactly, like, what you need to do is read one of those romance novels from the man's point of view. That would be very enlightening to you. They have a version of, I mean, it's a little kinky, but you might like it. They have a version of 50 Shades from the man's point of view. They have different versions out there from the man's point of view. And I think they have, like, Twilight from the man's point of view. They have different stories out there from the man's point of view. And it could be very helpful because we don't, I think we're assuming that men behave like us, and they don't. They're not like us. We're different creatures. All right, let me get a love tarot. Also, some I've come to a new, realization too, just like what Divine Goddess was saying. I've been watching Baba Jolie, and her messages are real interesting because she taps into different things, but the one that I was watching was the twin flame one, and I had almost given up on the whole twin flame idea, but I wanted to listen to it mostly because I like her, but also to hear what she had to say about just masculine. Is there a masculine out there, a divine masculine counterpart for me out there somewhere? And it's real interesting what she said too about the dynamic, because um that journey is your journey. and the timing is the timing. And that's it, like that. You keep on going because the journey is ultimately a self-love journey. It's about you healing yourself, not about you snagging a guy. You know, the real ultimately this is a difficult journey, but it's one of the most uplifting ones, the most evolving, like self-evolution is this. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what Rolanda wants to say to you. This card comes out for you all the time. That's what I'm trying to say. He sees a big picture. The future. I daydream about our future together, going on adventures and growing old together. I want it all. Jealousy. I'm very jealous. I can barely stand it. So it's hard for him to see you with anybody else and think about you being with anybody else. And it's back to that same message that I had, I guess, weeks, months ago. Like, he wants to be sure that you won't, as soon as he accepts, going out with you and dating you and stuff, you won't get bored with him and then move on to somebody else, He's worried about that. But he, on the other hand, when he commits to you, it's going to be for life. Like, he wants to commit to you for life. That's why it's taking him a little while to do that, because when he gets to that point, he wants to see it all the way through. But right now, he's going to have fun for a little while until he's ready to get to that commitment phase. So y'all are kind of like in weird, not opposing energy, but I don't know. Like, I don't know where you are. Like, are you wanting long-term with him? Do you want to date around first? Do you see anybody else that you're interested in? Are you just trying to see how he feels about you so you know what to do? Anyway, he's saying, this isn't goodbye. I don't want to walk away, but it's what's best for me and us right now. This isn't goodbye. We'll be together again soon. So basically what he's saying, right now, I'm doing some other shit, but I see you still in the future in my life. And your perfection, your beauty amazes me. I'm not sure how I attracted in someone like you, but I'm forever grateful. So I don't know, like, give him some space. Let him date for a while. Be his friend or whatever. You can, if you want to do what Divine Goddess said and tell him how exactly you feel, you can lay it down. Say, look, I have these feelings for you. I love you and your daughter and your family, and I'm just, whatever you want to say, but I don't feel like it's a separation. Like, I feel like it's a shift. It can be a shift into being his friend, like a better level than you have. Right now, what you have is this sort of distance and this tension. But I think what you need is and more of an intimate energy with him, where you can be calm and relaxed and talk about everyday stuff like friends do, okay? You need a friend energy with him because he needs to work his stuff out and you just want to be around him, right? But both of you seem to be willing to look at the big picture, I think. So I feel like it's unfortunate. I mean, it's like, I mean, being a girlfriend would be ideal, but I think to him, girlfriend is a lot of pressure and responsibility, and regular friend might be easier and better in a way for you guys. Because of the way you've been playing and flirting, um, in social media and stuff, he finds you funny and warm, and he looks forward to all of that, all the messages you send him, and all the things that you do. He loves all of those things. He loves your gifts. He loves the way you treat his daughter. He loves all those things. It's like you're familiar to him anyway. But there lacks a closeness because there seems like there's this distance, and what you need is to create a friendship where you, like a mundaneness, like a day-to-day boring, not boring, but a day-to-day talking about regular things with each other as friends. It would be kind of cool if maybe the two of you could take a class together or play some kind of video game together or whatever, something that you can have in common that you can talk about in a friendly way. That way, it would cut some of the awkwardness, and it would be something that you have in common. And then it's something that you could do on a daily basis. I know you both work out, but like if there's, I mean, if y'all could take a class together or play basketball or something like that, I don't know, within the gym somehow or something like that. I don't know, something that you could do together and something that you could talk about together. So anyway, that's what I'm feeling. But so your question is, but with Melissa, he wants a fling. Makes no sense to me. I just want to see where it goes. That would be nice. And Divine Guy says, I mean, sometimes you need that sort of truth. Go straight forward. Just ask him out. It will really save a lot of your time. And then Giggle says, make up your mind, Rolando. And the Divine Goddess says, be it the max, he will say is no, but why are you even worried about that? Let him live with that. He would know he missed a cute girl, but it could also probably lead to great connection starting. Be it any love story, my dear Giggles, the efforts will have to be mutual always, even if you made the first move in that sense, like when you go ahead and share your feelings. Be it, do it. And then Giggle says, but with Melissa, he wants a fling. And then, yeah. Yeah. Right now, he just wants to be with Melissa because he's not ready to be married. But I feel like he would marry you when the time came, when he felt ready. That's just what that's all that message keeps coming back, and that's what I'm feeling. And it's up to you whether to wait or not. Why don't, but I know, like, if you dated, he would be jealous. So that is true. It's not to say you shouldn't date, but I actually think, Giggles, it's not going to do you any good to put your energy in another guy. The energy should just go into yourself right now. Like, do stuff for yourself, date yourself. What you're doing with Elizabeth and Victoria was perfect. Like going out, doing generous things for other people. That's like brownie points from heaven, like the spirit's looking, smiling down at you and seeing how sweet you're being, and knowing that you deserve the best. And they're not going to give you Rolando yet because he's not at his best yet. He still has to work shit out. Like, they're like, sorry, Giggles, but Anicia, Rolando is your person, but he's got to do a few things first, and it may be hard and painful for you to watch him do these things, but he's got to do these things first before he's ready to be for you. And that's up to you if you want to watch him do those things or not. Like, you can step away, you don't have to be involved, but he's not ready now for you. Let's just say that. Like, but I think I think he wants you in his world always, like that. So I think the friendship thing would work somehow if we can figure out how to implement that, like a little, just, you need to bond somehow. You need to be more emotionally intimate with each other, but not physically intimate, and I think that would be nicer to Melissa too, because after all, she's trying to date some guy. Poor girl. She doesn't even know his heart's not really in it. His heart's not really in it. I'm not feeling that at all. He's just going through the motions with her, but for right now she's just like more of a surface level person, and with you something else. It's something else entirely. And that's scary for the masculine. They're not used to that stuff. Most of them anyway. But it's him, then I don't need to wait. I've waited for Soto so long, and it only made me waste time. Yeah. Well, I never see any of these things as a waste of time. I see them as a journey. But I understand what you're saying, because girls in your age group want to have family and get married and things like that. So I think maybe move on and try not to see what he's doing. Like, if you don't want to be his friends or you don't want to wait on him, then try to be with somebody else and see how that works. I don't know, because this energy with Rolando felt real different to me, it felt real different, but I understand, honey, I understand. I hope my tone of voice doesn't make you feel bad. It's because I'm frustrated for you, and I want the best for you, you deserve the best. And I'm not mad at Rolando, because he's just a young man that's doing his thing, whatever, like, I can't be mad, but at the same time, I'm frustrated, right, for you, because you found somebody you're really clicking with, and you thinking that this is gonna work, and he's playing this very slow, long game here, and you don't want to, and you're more impatient, and you want to do things quicker. Yeah. Yeah, you're like my little sis. And like, I feel like I'm not the best one for advice. That's why we're both turning to spirit. But really listen to yourself, Don't listen to anybody else's opinions. I mean, you can use spirit's guidance and whatever is laid out for you, however you want to take it. But ultimately, it's your own inner intuition that's got to be in charge here. Whether you walk away or you do what Divine Goddess says and just be honest and tell them how you feel. I remember I did that once in high school. Jonathan Wecker. I told him that I had feelings for him, and he said nothing, and he just stared blankly at me. And I was so embarrassed. And I kind of wish I hadn't have done it, but it was a relief. It was, you know. And then I found out later he would have dated me if I had been different physically. So I'm like, okay, that means I don't want to be with you anymore because now I know that you're shallow and you only care about physical appearance and what other, what the crowd thinks. So that made me like him less. So, that theme kind of keeps coming up in my life. The appearances, things, people being too worried about appearances. So, also, it's important to just find somebody who loves you for all that you are, and, that you don't have to be any different than who you are. You know what I mean? That's what you need and what you're looking for. And you're right, maybe it's important not to waste time on somebody who doesn't feel that way and who's not ready yet. Maybe there is somebody who's ready right now to give you exactly what you want. It's possible. It's very possible. I realized too, in my recent journey that there is a lot of fish in the sea. There's a lot of them. And it's annoying. I don't like looking, I don't like going fishing. I'm not a big fisher person, but I know that, also I've gotten lots of messages too that my energy is enough just as it is and I don't have to go look for it. It will come to me. So you can think of it that way too. You're so wonderful and beautiful and amazing. It will come to you right there. It'll come to you. All right, Divine Goddess. Giggle says, for some reason, they all want the one that looks good, but then who is going to be there when you're sick and on the bed? Yeah, exactly. So, Divine Goddess, messages from the yoga man, Naveen, for me. He's been seeing my status a lot, and I had posted an oracle guidance as well for him. Now he also knows I like him. All right, let's see. What shall we start with? Let's go ahead and use the Arcanum Tarot. He is about to start yoga class this month, though, but he's been stuck with work. Like the other classes, timings are not working, I think. Nice. Ooh, okay, you got Judgment. and the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like with Judgment, there could be a new beginning. It's like the happier death card, you know. It's clearing away something and bringing in a new energy. It's also like literally like rising up out of the dead, you know. It's actually the resurrection. We have the death and then the resurrection, right? He sent me a song as well where it's indicating he feels a lot of peace with me some way. We both healed or healing each other, I felt. Because this has been told me by a few others. Also, they feel this sense of peace around me, calmness. Given what he's dealing with, his wife cheating on him and chaos at home. Yeah. I feel like also the judgment and energy kind of feels like a wake-up call, you know? Like you know when you've been asleep, like metaphorically asleep, like you just keep going with the motions through the motions and you're not like really paying attention to what you're doing, but you're just doing your day or whatever. But then suddenly this horn is blasting like your alarm clock and you're awake and you're like, what have I've been doing with my life, you know, or what do I need to do now that I'm fully awake? So I feel like this kind of energy from him, like he's awake and he's like gonna travel this road to find his gold coin. um it could be like awesome, just kind of either you or him or both of you are kind of having this it feels like sort of an epiphany kind of thing. Or you know how like you get a great idea like on the toilet or in the shower or right before you fall asleep or something like that. Well, write those things down because I think that's going to lead to something. I think he also sees you as an angel in his life. And this is about a brighter future. Oh, Panther Spirit, nice. So the Ace of Pentacles is this world you live in that's very lush and beautiful and overflowing and abundant. This is also like divine timing. Ooh. And having all you need and support systems. So I feel like I kind of get this energy from him. Then he's going to swallow, take a deep, uh, courageous swallow and make a change. You know, positive change. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh wow. His one pentacle turns into lots of pentacles or yours pentacles. Anyway, there's a lot of growth here. I don't know why, but I'm seeing that you guys are so connected. Your energies are so connected. It's almost like what happens with one of you happens with the other of you. So you have like this a beautiful abundance and this big growth coming through. And also I feel like a very beautiful happy ever after. It may take a little while to get to the happy ever after. There's going to be a bit of, I feel like if your story was in chapters or whatever, it would be like you've gone through the first chapter and then you had to stand still and look around and be like, maybe it's almost like you got the wind knocked out of you. So now you've got your wind back and you're going to complete the story and finish the next chapter. But it's like going through a lot, but you know, there's this feeling of, all right, well, I have to kind of rein in the feelings a little bit. I mean, they're there, but I can't express them as much as I would like. But then, like, look at this, what happens? Wow, you've got both tens, the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. So you're only going to go through this sort of, I guess you would call it separation or whatever it is, for just a little while, because you are guaranteed a happily ever after. Two of Cups and the Ten of Cups. Nice. And money too. Look at all the money you're going to get. You're going to have it all. Alrighty. Let's see. Let's see if he has anything to say. Let me see what the Love Tarot wants to say. Good. So, all right. So he wants to be emotionally intimate with you, but I guess while he's still married in his current situation, he's holding back a little bit, but there's a lot of raw emotions that he's feeling that he would love to like express with you. And he would love to spoil you one day. I want to give you the good life. I want to spoil you with gifts and trips and everything you could ever need or want. You deserve nothing less. So I feel like that's where he's headed. He wants to make the money to take care of you, to do all these good things for you. But it feels like a, emotional contentment that you're going to share, and a financial abundance as well. All right, let's get a few charmies. Oh, you got coffee. Maybe Giggles will take you to Starbucks. Giggles, will you take me to Starbucks? And then we have Celebrate. And you've got the rocking chair. So it's a little time, but in no time at all, you're going to be, just wait in your rocking chair and drink your coffee. There's acorns here. You're just gathering your acorns, and eventually he's gonna be brave. He's gonna be bold and brave and make a move, but he's got to do his thing too. He's got some things to wrap up and to make secure and stuff. You guys definitely seem like twin flames, and it feels like, in typical twin flames, there's just a. I feel like you're on the precipice, on the borderline of union. There's just a few things that both of y'all need to get situated first. So that's what it feels like to me, but yeah, it doesn't feel like it'll be that much longer. Okay, I'm glad you liked it. How nice of all the happily ever after cards to come out for you. You're welcome. I'm grateful to Spirit, and I'm grateful that I have you lovely people in my life. I thank you too for always supporting me and trusting me with your readings. Oh, you and Giggles are very similar, aren't you? Both looking for work, and you're both looking for love. No, you're both got your special someone. It's not quite ready yet. Alrighty. Well, I feel maybe that's what's going on with the Divine Feminine overall, collectively. But I don't feel an unhopeful feeling. I've been hearing a lot, that we had one particular phase in the twin flame, and that kind of like petered off a little, and now there's like another resurgence, and you can kind of feel it in the air, like, the times that this is like a divine timing kind of vibe in the air. And especially with all these eclipses and these different astrological events, and the aurora borealis and all kinds of stuff that feels like big clues from the universe. So we'll figure it out anyway. Yep, loving yourself and enjoying the self-love vibes. Me too. I'm enjoying my self-loving. I like dating myself, going out dancing and drinking some handcrafted drinks and listening to good music and finding friends, cute girls to hang out with. And yeah, it's like a new phase in my life that has opened up, and I enjoy it quite a bit. There's this lovely post I came across about Awakened Loved I'm sharing with you. Okay, I bet I will love it. All right, everybody. Oh, I think I'm gonna go now. You've got, all right, what is that amount? I'll do a quickie. I'll do I will do a yes/no pendulum. Okay. Will Yuchi move towards me if he is ready? Yes, he will move towards you if he is ready. Okay, now let's see. Will Yuchi move towards neon bright lights? It looks like it. I feel like he's going to make the first move when he's ready. Let me get a couple of Lenormand to verify. Double verify that. Okay, he's coming towards you like you don't have to do a damn thing. You can just sleep in your bed, and he'll come through you won't even have to get up to open the door. He'll come through the window and come kiss you awake. Oh yeah. That's the solution. You don't have to do the work. Let him do the work. He's going to come to you. He's going to figure it out. He's got a plan. He's got a solution. He wants the key to your house. No. But it's like he's going to enter without he's going to know how to get into your house. I mean, that's kind of, metaphorically. He's going to know how to get into where he needs to go to kiss you awake. It feels very much, like the Snow White kiss, the enchanted kiss, the awakened kiss, that feeling of he figured things out and now he's going to come to get you. Yes, I agree. This is happening for you. Hey, Jada Kate. Kate, I'm feeling a little tired now. I think I gotta go. Tomorrow, Sunday's my birthday, and I was just doing a little live tonight for anyone out there. But I feel like I need to rest. Those are kind of long. Well, Divine Gods wasn't too long, but Giggles and I, we really did a deep dive. So I feel energy tired right now. But I'll see you guys next week sometime. And if anybody needs anything, you know where to reach me. Just email me. Anytime this week, I'll still be able to squeeze in readings, I think, if you email me with your question. And you can, send me anything you want. Like those of you who are members or come out frequently on the lives, no need to get carried away. But yeah, if you want to email me, I can do a reading for you maybe in the morning or something like that. And but in the evening tomorrow, I'm gonna go to my daughter's house for my birthday party. All right, and it's your birthday too. Is it this month, or were you a Halloween baby? I forgot. Anyway, I'll see y'all later. Fate, trust, and pixie dust.